Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. What division is son fighting? Lightweight? Lightweight, baby. We loving brown people, y'all. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. We loving brown people, y'all. I'm going to drill that in your head because I don't want you to forget it. Let's do this roll call real quick because we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. This right here is unacceptable. Dow Big G, G McCall, Real Spill, Stormy the Sensei's in the building, Shaquilla Fields, salute Queen, Ratchet since 91. Vince, what's going on? Adrian Vent, Mr. Shelton, my brother, salute. The Brothers UK in the building, like one of my first or second subs right there. Salute to you, brother. Much love and appreciation to you. Thank you. Black Gun Owners Magazine, Adrian Vett, Jerome Truitt, Dal Anderson. Oh, you got it this morning? Yeah, salute. Hell yeah. Michael Ray in the building. I am Waffles. True Boxing Night in the building. T-Dog, Jeff Spark, always supporting. Always supporting, man. You brothers and sisters, listen, supporting doesn't necessarily mean, financially or whatever, smashing the like button, showing up, let me know you're around, that's support too. And it's just as great. And I appreciate everybody that I see every morning. Thank you guys. Much love to all of you guys. Thank you. Antonio MMA, salute. My brother, Young Abel, salute. HMC, what's going on? KBG, Acondo, my brother, salute. Michael Bay, what's going on? MXC, Todd Swindle, Dirt Gang Boss, what's going on? Jarrell Freeman, Thomas, my brother, what's good? Rod Neal, Houston on deck. Weekend at Rennie's, what's going on? Jay Bean, always supporting. Jay Bean, what's good, brother? Yeah, bro, we gonna cook, bro. We gonna cook on this. Felix Nunez, what's going on, family? How are you? Abdul Anwar in the building. Brandon Shamar, the Village brother. What's going on, family? I miss you in the chat. Know that I love you, man. Sam Mack, what's going on? So let's talk about this foolishness now. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be, because I don't know everything. Wasn't Shakur versus Floyd Schofield? Wasn't that the co-main event? And I haven't spoken to Blue. Now, did y'all see Blue's video last night? Right before I went to bed, I had a bad headache yesterday. Right before. Cameron Fields, my queen, salute. How are you? T Hunt, Dill Spoolie, salute. At Blue's video, I got a notification. It's rare, I get a notification for Blue. I don't know why they do me like that. Daniel Dubois was the co-main. Okay, great. This was the third fight. Okay, thank you guys. Brother Reef in the building, salute. All right, great. But he was pretty high up on the card. For the Johnny Come Latelys, if you just turn on the pay-per-view, you would see this, right? Because this card is gonna be on all day. It's gonna be on all day. Question. Who's cool with this? Is the fight still on? Thank Father, salute. The fight's still on? Because I watched Blue's video right before I laid down, and I said, let me see what the brother got to say, because it came up, and I looked, and I said, oh, man, he just put this up 25 minutes ago, and I'm listening to it, so I'm brushing my teeth. It was something out of a movie. I'm brushing my teeth. Y'all better brush your teeth before y'all lay down. Just like how you're supposed to wash your behind before you lay down, brush your damn teeth. Get the day's funk off you. Don't be laying that daily funk outside. Don't bring that in your bed. Anyway, maybe I should do another hygiene, so. Exactly, J Bean. I want to see the clap back on this. I want to know. I know. I want to see what happens here. What happens here? Right? I want to see if Oscar claps back, because this is. I want y'all to understand something. This is big news. Son of Tank, salute. This is big news, yeah. They already got a replacement. I heard there was 2 guys to replace him. But Blue said that the doctors did a full physical on him, and they said there was nothing wrong with him. They said there was nothing wrong with him. Said there was nothing wrong with him. So the fight's off. He made a whole lot of noise for his son for nothing. His son was not the favorite, but there was a lot of brothers and sisters that said, you know what? I'm gonna pick Kid Austin for the win. For them to demand this fight, they must see something. And I was neutral. I said, I don't know. He could see something like on some I told you so, like when Bernard Hopkins fought Felix Trinidad, or he could see something like Mikey Garcia saw something in Errol Spence. I don't know. Thomas says he believes he had an anxiety attack. Probably. Because you know what? I mean, really think about it. They were about to touch $1 million. You got on a turkey card because you talked yourself into this. Tony C, salute. He talked himself in. Do y'all understand? Can I ask y'all a question? Just off the top of your head. Did we people always talk about who deserves what? Did Floyd Schofield actually deserve? Because we put rankings aside when we want to put them aside. Someone could be someone's mandatory, and we'll have a group of fans talking about, well, he don't deserve it by way of popularity and things like that. So are we throwing Jalen Hudson, salute? Are we throwing rankings aside in this? Does he deserve a shot? Did he deserve this? I mean, seriously, MJ Total Health and Wellness, salute. And thank you, Cameron Fields. We are our own algorithm. It takes 2 seconds to like and share. There's a little arrow that's pointing to the right. Press that, and it says post. All you gotta do is press that and then press post. Whether you're on your desktop, your tablet, or your cell phone, you press that little arrow right there that's pointing to the right. It says share. You can share it to any social media platform, or you could post it on your YouTube and just put Drew's Outside. That's all. Jose, what up? That's all. We are our own algorithm. I don't trust YouTube to do anything for me. Just have my money right. Melvin, what up? Just have my money right on the 22nd. Tay, good morning. That's all I require. So did Floyd Schofield deserve a fight against Shakur? I mean, there was better work available for Shakur, right? There was better work available, right? Prior to this fight, Paper Route, what up? Prior to this fight, why were we talking about Floyd Schofield? You know why? Easy. Because of this fool in the picture. That's why. Because I heard the kid's name and I said, all right, he's a reckless fighter. You know, with a, man, I'm not even gonna drag the kid. But y'all love to say, oh, this guy, y'all love to talk about fighters' fathers in boxing. Y'all love to talk about that. Y'all love to talk about that. Well, as of this morning, what's today's date? February 20th. This man needs to be dragged all over the internet. Everybody needs to be dragging this guy. Everybody needs to be dragging this guy. Jerome said better work. Not really. Everyone else ducked Shakur. Well, one guy didn't duck Shakur, and he went ahead up to 140. But I get what you're saying, Jerome. This was his moment. This was Kid Austin's moment. This was his moment. And Thomas may be right. He may have had an anxiety attack. You saw him in the bed, all those tubes hooked up to him, and I'm watching Tone, what up? I'm watching Blue's video. I'm listening to it. I'm brushing my teeth. And he says the doctors did a physical and they said there's nothing wrong with him. I spit, like in the movies, I don't spit the toothpaste all on the mirror. I was like, what? I'm thinking they're going to say, oh no, we found something or there was something wrong with him. He said there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him. So let me ask y'all a question. Why were we talking about Kid Austin in the first damn place? I'm telling you it's because of this man right here. He was marketing his son. Wait a minute. He was marketing his son. He was marketing his son. Which was not a bad thing. But he was marketing his son. Wow. Who else markets their son? Let me help y'all out. What other straight male markets their son? Make it easy for y'all. Straight male. Inshallah. Okay. Y'all hate him, though. Y'all hate him, right? Well, has Bill ever done anything remotely close to this nonsense right here? Look at what Devin has accomplished from the ground up, taking bad deals, taking short money, fighting off the soil, not even celebrated, has the weight of his own people on him, plus black people, black American people. It is absurd. Do y'all understand why I looked at Mellow Yellow from Baltimore when he said, oh, I think that, Turkey, he's Turkey's guy. Well, I'm glad Devin got some friends, but he wasn't a friend to the degree where you would come over here and get robbed. Mellow Yellow. Come on now. Come on now. Let's talk about it. I watched him tell Deontay, man, you know, with all things being considered, you know where my heart lies. I need you to go in here and do what you do. I watched him tell Deontay that. And it didn't work out for Deontay, which means it was an organic outcome. That's all it was, and that's what I said. You get organic outcomes in Saudi. You may get a bad decision here or there, but that's boxing. Tyson Fury didn't pan out over there either. Francis Ngannou looked like an absolute rock star, thanks to him. And then he get in there and loses twice to Usyk. No drugs, nothing. And that's what you get. You get knocked on your behind by Francis Ngannou and get your face boxed in by Usyk. And there goes Tyson Fury. Which further proves my point. What was he doing everywhere else? He was on drugs and cheating. There you go. There you go. Well, y'all not confused? You're like, wait a minute. Fury got dropped. He even threw a Muay Thai elbow and hit Francis Ngannou in the head. That didn't help because he's used to that stuff. Then he dropped him. I'm like, what is this? Y'all wasn't confused about that? Y'all wasn't confused a little bit? I'm like, that's not the same guy that fought Deontay. That's not the same guy that knocked out Dillian White. That's not the same guy. It's not the same guy. Y'all can't see what's going on here? Okay. All right. Time reveals all truth. And then Ngannou gets in the ring with AJ, and AJ handled him like a boxer. I said, now that's how AJ beat him with a feint. Go back and watch it. And I said, you know, that don't mean AJ's back. That means Francis Ngannou's not a boxer. That's all that meant. That's all that meant. And that's how Fury was supposed to handle this guy. Now, how come he couldn't do it? He ain't on those magic pills no more. You know, he's not cycling off anything. You see what I mean? So Floyd Schofield Sr., this is what happens when you talk a good one and you don't want it. You want this. You know what he reminds me of? You know those children, you know how they had those little girls, those 9 and 10-year-olds on those beauty pageants, and the pageants, you know, you see the mothers, and all of those women are crazy. They working those poor children like they're adults. And it's like, whoa, you're ruining these kids. Stop this. What are you doing? You know why? Because the mothers at some point in their life feel that they missed their calling. So they're living through their children. And you're ruining them. You're ruining them. And that's a problem. And I think he has faith in his son. I think his son has some talent. But there's something wrong with this guy. His son has some talent. But I watched him fight a few times, and I said, you know, I'm not really like high on this kid, but let's see what happens. Let's see where it goes. And when you got Bill Haney out here doing right by Devin, y'all, and I'm not saying y'all in the chat, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You drag that man. But it'd be different if he was talking a good one and Devin was getting knocked around every other fight. The one fight he had some trouble, you find out that he lost, well, he didn't lose, but before we knew what was going on, when we found out what's going on, that's supposed to explain everything. But y'all hate that man so much, y'all try to ignore it. And it's a black eye to see other black people do that. And hence I talk about code. Abel Mojave in that super chat, much love, brother. He says, remember Obakar? Oh, yeah. I remember Obakar. His father was doing the same things Schofield Sr. was doing. Carl's career ended badly because of his father's dumb decisions. You know, I vaguely remember that. But I remember Obakar, and he was supposed to be something big, but he ran into a lot of trouble towards the end of his career. And I'm talking about like bad matchups and everything. Matter of fact, Obakar was in Knockout Kings 2000 in the video game. He made a video game. When you're a character in a video game, that means you were somewhat known. My brother Trick Nolte in the building. Oh, he's in a wheelchair now? That's tragic, man. That's tragic. That's tragic. That's tragic. It's tragic. But this dude, you know, he needs to be dragged all day today, y'all. If y'all never did content before in your life, take 5 minutes to tell the truth about this guy. You notice, you know, if you're gonna clown somebody, you could clown him, but to me, he was a walking joke as it was because, you know, he's fruity. But I'm never gonna let y'all forget how he took Ryan Garcia's side. That's why I brought that up. That pissed me off because aside from all of that, I said, you got some nerve to be defending Ryan Garcia, and he denounced his blackness. Didn't he tell us that he was, what, Dominican or something? Didn't he say that? Well, which side of you beat that woman? The black person or the Dominican? Which one? Yo, you gonna get this work this morning because you's a clown, bro. There was people actually picking your son to pull an upset. And as the fight got closer, I was gonna have the conversation like, well, could it be? Nothing's far-fetched. Because Shakur's picked to beat this kid like a drum. Because his last fight, I said, oh, no. He's all wrong for Shakur, but right for Shakur. Shakur's like, I'm gonna box his face in. We was gonna get Puerto Rico versus the Dominican Republic in that fight. Harold, what up, brother? That's what we was about to get. Anthony, what up? I see y'all. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. That's what we saying. What did he say he was? He said he was Dominican, right? That's what he said. And this is what I said before. This is my problem with you knuckle draggers. Y'all come into the game, y'all get a little notoriety, and some of you fools, the first thing you do is denounce your blackness. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. And all I ask is, when I first noticed you, where was that flag? Listen, if you burst on, like, yo, when I first saw Guillermo Rigondeaux, I saw the Cuban flag. And so I knew what it is. And I was like, oh, okay, let's get it. No problem, let's get it. Don't wait. And you sound like a black man. You look like a black man. You are a black man. And then halfway into your career, when you start, turning some heads, now you start waving another flag. A non-American flag, and it's a Latino flag. And it's like, where'd that come from, bro? All I'm saying is, why didn't I see that flag in the first place? That doesn't mean I'm not gonna follow you any less. If you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. That's why I said it's a marketing scheme. That's why I had a problem with Shakur doing it. Shakur, as he calls him, Shakur. Trick is asking, is Schofield's Tank's Mando? Man, you know what, bro? You know what's funny? If he's Tank's Mando and Tank beats Roach, do not be surprised if Floyd does end up in the ring with Tank next. And I'm just going to shrug my shoulders and say, I told you. That's just how this thing works nowadays. And I can hear him talking to his son right now, his son right now. Now listen, you done bailed on Shakur. You got a bigger payday with you got well, not a bigger payday. We don't know. If you got a good payday with Tank, you gotta take something. And Tank gonna knock him out too. Fighting like that. Y'all saw his last fight? Tank puts him in the dirt. Tank, after that fight, Kid Austin will be Gerald McClellan. He'll be today's Gerald McClellan. Tank will kill this dude. Are you kidding me? Why is he here? Why is he in the limelight? Tell me what he's done. Is there any Floyd Schofield super fans listening right now? Talk to me, man. Because I was minding my own business watching this kid. Next thing you know, here comes his dad. I'm like, that's his dad? And I'm looking around like, does anybody, y'all see this? Okay. All right, I know what it is. Okay, I'm not going to say none of y'all not, but I know what I'm looking at. Wow. Every interview, his neck is rolling. Anyway, wait, let me not get too far off topic. What flag is he waving? I'm not gonna let him off the hook for that. CO189, man, salute to you in that super chat. Much love. He said, salute Drew. This dude is a rocket raccoon. Straight Sambo. They got scared and turned tail and ran. That's what it looks like. This man is full of he's a full-blooded house Negro. I mean, he's a straight knuckle dragging, slow motion tree sloth. You can't trust this dude. This is it. And if you've never done content in your life, Jay, what up? If you've never done content in your life, today should be the day. Harwin, salute. Stephen X, Brother Cole, Rick Timms, Anthony Robinson, salute. Anthony says, Kid Austin did not fly 16 hours not to fight. This happens. Get well, Kid Austin. All right, Anthony, if you just pulled up, J Man, what up? From what the diagnosis I got, according to reports, was that there was nothing wrong with him. There was nothing wrong with him, Anthony. That's what they said. So he absolutely flew 16 hours to do nothing. This was the illest pump fake on planet Earth. The other duck, I'll give you an example. Deontay Wilder was halfway to Russia when he got word that good old Povetkin popped dirty again. He was halfway to Russia when that happened. So, yeah. There's my brother, MP.
What the fuck?
Salute. So, yeah, that's a pump fake, man. T Hunt, what up? It's a possibility. Kid Austin was like, this fight really happening, Dad? Now, we got to get out of this. Got to get out of this. Maybe he felt, man, look, we get in here and lay an egg, we ain't gonna get no work after this. But this is what you wanted, the work. Go Getter says, how is there nothing wrong when he's clearly in a hospital? Was that a fake photo? Okay, let me read to you. This is the part where I go to the documentation. Floyd Schofield U-turns on Shakur Stevenson. This is from Essentially Sports. Kid Austin breaks silence after pullout. WBC lightweight title fight, which is scheduled to take place this weekend, faced a major blow after Floyd Schofield was pulled out due to an illness. According to the 22-year-old's father, Shakur Stevenson, who was set to defend his title against Kid Austin, and his team may have poisoned the undefeated boxer, which the WBC champion took issue with. So let's stop right there for a moment. Anybody believed the poisoning story? Anybody? Anybody? The brother go-getter, you're not doing anything disrespectful. I'm just asking. Don't block anybody, y'all. Don't block anybody unless they get all crazy. Anybody believed the poison story? Anybody? Did anybody believe it? I'll wait. KBGJ in that super chat, much love. He said, Blow Pop Skull said, no, not my baby. Y'all gonna leave him alone. No, I keep my blade. He said, no, I keep my blade, honey. Child, let me and him live our truth. He said, not my baby. Go Getter says, I'm not sure. Well, we've talked about poisoning before, right? Right? We've talked about poisoning before, and it fell on deaf ears. Remember that? Anybody? We've talked about poisoning before. Years ago, didn't we? Didn't we talk about poisoning before? And everyone told us kick rocks. It didn't happen. And then I was introduced to Tay Jones, and he showed me some things. Right? I'll give you something else that y'all may have forgot about. I was sent a video. Yorkis Gamboa said he didn't feel right during the Tank Davis fight. After he lost, he went directly to the hospital and had some blood work done. And apparently, and it was on a Spanish-speaking channel, apparently he has the paperwork saying, no, there was something in his system. It was a foreign substance. Now, that went away. Why did it go away? I don't know. That went away. So I was like, oh, what's this? Willie Lowe. Speaking of which, Willie Lowe, Bomb Squad in the building. Willie Lowe, my brother, salute. Oh, no, you right, Mr. Shelton. It wasn't the Tank Davis fight. I'm sorry. It was the Pitbull Cruz fight. Thank you. Scratch that, y'all. It was not the Tank Davis fight. I don't want Tank Davis fans so much. No. You always blaming Tank. No, I'm sorry. It was the Pitbull Cruz fight. Thank you. It was the Pitbull Cruz fight. No, you spelled it right the first time. That's how people in Baltimore spell it. Crew. It was the Pitbull Cruz fight. Andrew Gray, what up? So allegedly he was poisoned. So we can say poisoning happens in boxing, right? But it's funny how this dude wants us to listen to this. But watch this, y'all. Watch this. Did this knuckle dragger not defend Ryan Garcia after everything that came out? Harlem in the building. Gerard, what's good? I'm just going to call you Keith. Salute, brother. Robin Crown, salute. Didn't he defend Ryan Garcia? That means you're defending his racism and you defended his drug use. Didn't he do that? So I find it really rich that he's on here talking about my son got poisoned. And according to reports, there was a full physical done and they said there was nothing wrong with him. So what are we to believe? Him? What has Floyd Schofield Sr. done to make you believe that he's a man of integrity, let alone a man, but whatever? Well, let's say, all right, let's go there. This man, he's a man of integrity. Did we not see a video of him beating I'm trying to watch my mouth. Him beating the crap out of that woman? Didn't I do a live a couple of weeks ago called Check the Fruit on the Tree? I joke with a lot of my titles, but there's a reason why I named them the way I do. Check the fruit on the tree. And the last time I was talking about the fruit, the last fruit I was talking about was Oscar de la Hoya. Was he a Hall of Fame brilliant fighter? Yes. But how was he as a man? Running around in thongs, trash talking everybody, cross-dressing. And when I asked everybody, would you leave your fighter, whether he was related to you or your son or nephew, would you leave your fighter in the care of Oscar de la Hoya? Majority of y'all said no. Y'all know what check the fruit on the tree actually means? Do y'all know? Some of y'all are young. When you say check the fruit on the tree, that means if you hear something, you get some information from somebody. Like someone called, I'll give you a good example. Let's say someone calls me up and say, yo, Drew, man, I don't know, General was talking bad about you. Let's say someone calls me up. Word? General don't do that. General got my direct phone number. Why would he be talking crazy about me? Well, I don't know. Well, but he was saying this and saying that. And word? Okay. And the person that's telling me that out of nowhere is KQKC. I'm just using this as an example. This didn't really happen. Well, check the fruit on the tree. Could he be telling the truth? In my opinion, no. Check his resume. You see what I'm saying? Look at what he's done in the past. The boy who cried wolf. That's what that story is about. He was crying wolf and crying wolf and crying wolf. And then when the wolf really showed up, he was crying and everyone was like, nah, he's just goofing around. No, he's really here this time. No, you're just goofing around. You see what I mean? Check the fruit on the tree. Incidentally, I called that show that because Oscar's a fruit. And here we go again. Floyd Schofield. He's a fruit. You can clearly tell. Especially after I seen him beating up that woman. No straight man does that to a woman. Listen to what I'm saying to you guys. No straight man does that to a woman. The only time you could raise your hands is in self-defense. That was not self-defense. We had audio and everything. He told that woman, you were mine back in whatever year. You were mine back in 20-something. And then threw her on the floor. And then telling her to breathe and get up. I'm like, what is this? And then Kid Austin comes in there. Dad? I'm like, what kind of household is this? Only a gay man identifies with putting mitts on a woman because he identifies with that woman. Cut it out. 88 Sports Talking, that super chat salute. He says, any fighter that fights dude better have a replacement fighter in place. He can't be trusted because he pulled this ish the last week out of the fight. This is disgusting. And again, I'm encouraging everyone, if you've never done content before and you're going to do one piece of content, it should be about this clown right here. It should be about this clown. Rick Timms, I don't know. Yeah, salute, Queen. Jay, what up? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I saw that video and all I asked was it real? That's all I asked. That's all I asked. I said, is this real? Because you got to ask nowadays because AI is something incredible. And everyone said, no, this is real. And it was old by the time we saw it. It was like a year old. And I said, what's wrong with this guy? And I said, you know what? This dude gay, man. This dude is gay. So he's been in the limelight talking up his son. That's the only thing I can say, talk up your son. Market your son. I ain't got no problem with that. But now he got to back it up. And he was about to, quote unquote, back that thing up. And he lies about an illness. Look, it'd be different if listen, y'all. If there was something in his system to make his son sick, we'd have known by now. We'd have known immediately. My son is messed up and they found this in his system and it's arnic ox eat oots, whatever it is, these wild ass drugs, and we don't use that. This is what we use. You know the schmeal. Y'all remember Ryan Garcia lied? It was Asha Wakanda, my brother, H-Town hard-headed 503 line in a building. Salute. It was Asha Wakanda. It was Perfect Amino. It was Supercar. It was Scooter and whatever he gave him. And when all of that failed, it was George Floyd's fault. You see what I mean? Oh, hold on. I'm going to check my DM right now, JB. Okay, hold on. Let me play this. This is Eddie Hearn, y'all.
I've never met Floyd Schofield Sr. But when you're making the accusations that he has been making, which are the most wildest things. I mean, didn't he say that his uncle is best friends with Shakur's dad? Shakur's like, I've never met his uncle. I don't even know any of his family. Like, the whole thing is so bizarre. But I can't comment because I don't know them. But they checked themselves into hospital because they said, you saw what they tweeted, yeah? And now what? They're all right now? Or I don't know. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm not the commissioner. I don't decide who fights and don't fight. British Boxing Board of Control. You imagine they allowed him to fight and something happened to him in the ring when he'd been in hospital for 24 hours that week.
Yeah.
So they've made the right decision. Shakur, everyone thinks Schofield is full of absolute waffle. I don't know. I don't know the guy. But out the way, move over, irrelevant, we're coming through. Shakur Stevenson, pound for pound best fighter in the world. But good luck to Josh Padley. He'll come with a big set of bollocks and he'll give it a good go. He'll get beat. I don't know.
Man,
I've never met Floyd Schofield.
I ain't mad at Eddie. That's correct. And thank you for that, JB, and I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm not mad at Eddie. Eric Jordan in the building. Salute. Great vibrate. Salute. Appreciate you. I'm not mad at him. I love that word. I love when my Brits, my British brothers and sisters from across the pond, when they say bollocks. I love that word. I'm gonna start using that in the Bronx. They're like, what are you talking about? Bollocks. In 3 years, everyone's gonna be saying that out here. I started it. Bollocks in the Bronx. Yeah, I mean, look, man. Look, he's not wrong. This is foolishness. And we need to hold his feet to the flames. Don't let him get away with this. Don't let him get away with any of this. This dude's a liar, man. This dude, listen, y'all, he lied, y'all. He lied. The first thing I heard was, and listen, wording is important. Like how BF says, language is important. I heard he was rushed to the hospital. That's the word I got. I said, oh, whoa, what happened? Uh-oh, is he okay? Because I'm all about the fighters. They said he was rushed to the hospital. I said, oh man, what happened? And now you find out, no, they checked themselves into the hospital. Who rushed him? When I hear you're rushed to the hospital, I'm thinking you collapsed and, an ambulance had to come, and that's what I thought. Come to find out, they went to the hospital. That's what happened. I'm like, okay, well, what are you gonna do? Then he says, well, let's read what he says. Let me go back to the article. All right. For context, Floyd Schofield Sr. claimed that Snack and a massage therapist who works for Shakur instigated getting his son ill. As expected, this accusation led Shakur Stevens' manager to send a firm warning to Floyd Schofield's team about the potential defamation lawsuit, and now it seems like the latter's team has backtracked on their allegations in a recent X post.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Stop right there. Stop right there. I thought we don't sue in boxing.
Whoa! What?
Ladies and gentlemen, how many times do I always have to tell you? All you have to do is wait. Time reveals all truth. Since Devin began to sue racist Ryan, everyone said it was a sucker thing to do. There are no lawsuits in boxing. Get it back in blood. What are we doing here? Isn't this like the third lawsuit we've heard about in boxing since then? And I'm like, wait a minute, there's always been lawsuits in boxing. Didn't we dig up an interview with victim Ortiz? He said, yeah, man, Floyd Mayweather sued me for that headbutt. And watch this, justifiably so. Headbutts aren't a part of boxing, and Floyd won the fight. And he still sued him. Y'all didn't say anything? I'm not knocking Floyd, man. He threw a flying head. He threw a Chris Benoit junkyard dog headbutt. He threw a Bobo Brazil headbutt in the boxing match. I say, man, I didn't know he sued him, though. I didn't find that out until last year. I say, oh, shoot. He sued him. Did y'all know Manny Pacquiao sued Floyd Mayweather for defamation? Did you know that? And he sued him successfully. Well, let me say this. I don't know if he sued him successfully, or I think Floyd, he either settled or he paid Manny money. Because the way what he was saying, it was interpreting that Manny was a cheater, but Manny was never caught. So you can't just walk around and say everything or anything. In this instance, Ryan Garcia violated a contract of having a clean fight. So he was suing him. And y'all went crazy. And since then, there's been about 2 lawsuits that I've heard about. I think this is the 3rd one. Did he just threaten to sue Floyd Schofield, Team Shakur, Team Thakoff, as he says it? Right? That is defamation. Man, Shakur said, I don't even have a team masseuse down here. Do y'all know about that? He doesn't even have a team masseuse down there. What are you talking? Why are you putting cases on people? Why are you putting cases on people? Nah, Jack, I don't think you should take fathers out of the sport. I don't think so. It's dudes like this. Whether if this was his father, his uncle, his friend, his manager, get him out the sport. I'm not going to put this on him because Sean Porter's dad, I never had a problem with him. People had a problem with him. I'm like, I'm just looking at Sean Porter's success. I don't know what I don't know what the problem is. Jack, ain't nothing wrong with Bill because I'm looking at Devin's success. Devin is successful. I don't see Bill doing anything remotely close to what this fool is doing. In the final hour, he's pulling all of this foolishness. In 24 hours, he's been exposed to be a liar. And I'm just saying, check the fruit on the tree. salute to my brother Eric Jordan, that Cash App. Much love and appreciation. 2 times. He says, is she cuz has the fury and power of guess what? The ninja sword.
Then let him taste the fury of my Mega Sword!
He said this ninja is itching in their boots from the ninja sword.
Give power to my Mega Sword!
That is the greatest thing. I saw that on Saturday morning. I said, wait a minute, what did he say? And as soon as I thought it, my boy called me on the phone. He said, did you hear that? I was like, yeah. My mom stuck her head out the room. She said, what did he say? I was like, yo, it sounded like it. Oh, man. 30 years later, it's on YouTube. And I said, bro. And I'm reading the comments. And I said, I know I wasn't the only person I heard that back in 83. I know. Shout out to Thunder the Barbarian. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, ninja sword. But yeah, man, this dude, I'm not gonna put his behavior on fathers in boxing. You have good stories and you got some bad ones. But like I was saying earlier, this guy seems like, for whatever it's as it stands right now, he's living through Copper. What up? He's living through his son, like these beauty pageant baby girls and their mothers, you know, doing this to them. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous what this guy's doing. But what I was saying earlier is you got to check Bill D. What up? You got to check the fruit on the tree. And this is double meaning because this dude's a fruit. He's a bowl of fruit. He's a whole bowl of fruit. And look at what he's doing, and he's running around, and now he's lying. This is bad. This is bad stuff. He's running around lying now, and to get caught in a lie like this, yeah, cats run around. Listen, man, if this dude's not dragged 1/10 of how people get on here and drag Bill, the difference is Bill can explain everything he says, and cats always want to put that coat on him like he won't step to you and speak to you and explain what he says, and your interpretation will be all wrong because a lot of these dudes, they'll get that from hater channels. Oh, Bill lied, Bill cap, Bill cap, Bill cap, and they'll take talking points and say, yeah, that sounds like cap. Let me remind y'all, because I had a Subadel Matias clown in here a few days ago, right? Had a Subadel Matias clown in here that was still running around saying that Devin ducked Matias. And I'm like, we debunked that literally January of 2024. Literally. Let me block this lunatic. My block game is of Matumbo proportions. Shout out to Dikembe.
Not today.
So, you know, we get what is this dude's name? Duke? Get out of here. Anyway. I remember someone DMing me talking about, oh, look, Bill lied again. I said, what do you mean lied again? What are you talking about? And dude was like, Bill said he contacted Subadel Matias' team and he spoke to Peter Khan. I said, yeah, I heard him say it on a video. Well, Peter Khan is not a part of Subadel Matias' team. And I said, okay. Yeah, so why is he talking to him? I said, well, I don't know. But there must be some sort of mistake here. But I said, you know what? We'll find out. Big Joe Townsend, salute. And what did we find out? Eric Jordan back in that super chat, salute. He said, but it sure didn't save them from Miguel.
Bukaki.
I mean, like right in the face.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Right in the face. Anyway. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? So I said, well, no, let's see what happens. And then I'm on live, and Bill pulls up on me, and he says the same thing. I was talking to Peter Khan, and, we're looking for Superdale Matias. So they wanted to smoke. So some fool comes up in here, and he's talking about, oh, he ducked Superdale Matias. I said, no, he did not. The truth of the matter was, Peter Khan reached out to Bill. That's what the truth was. So when Bill got on my live and said, yeah, I've been hearing a lot of things about this guy. And basically he said, I'm paraphrasing, he's like, let's do it. That was right here on my live. Y'all remember this? Yeah, right, Vince, Mr. Rackete. Ay, Superdale. You see, I like Superdale Matias, but I'm not going to do him dirty because of his dumbass fan. That one fan that came through here the other day that got body bagged. And the truth is, Peter Khan had nothing to do with what Bill and potentially Superdale Matias' team had going on. Basically, Peter Khan put Superdale Matias' team in a situation that they didn't want to deal with. That's all it was. So when he said Peter Khan's name and Peter Khan's had nothing to do with it, I called Cano Loco. I said, because Cano knows Superdale's team. And he said, yo, they mad at him for that. He don't work with them. I said, ooh, so what's going to happen? I don't know. So Bill was contacted by the wrong guy. And then when I told the person that DM'd me, I said, look, here's the story. Bill was responding to someone that said they represented Superdale Matias' team. So he was responding to that. He didn't tell him no. He said, let's get it. And then Superdale's team says, yo, we don't know that guy. They know him, but we don't deal with that guy. We don't do business with that guy. That's not a duck. Because when that team later on that week went to Ness in a boxing voice, Bill called in and said, well, I'm talking to the right people now. What we doing? They said, Superdale's hands are injured. You're healing up. We could work something out down the road. We'll get back to you in a week. Remember this? Deacon Dollar, salute. And then we went into February. We went into March. We went into April, leading up to April. By then, he done signed to fight who? The racist Ryan. But remember all my lives? I said, this is the longest week ever. They told Bill, we'll get back to you in a week. January, February, March. He's already in camp to face Ryan. They never contacted DHP, ever. And that was the end of that. He goes on to fight Liam Paro, and he played a whole reggaeton of congas on his fucking face. Liam Paro. But I'm not going to drag Superdale Matias, but I mentioned that to remind y'all, to let y'all know how things go. People will say anything. They have selective information. Dragon Fang, salute. And that grown adolescent that was in my chat the other day, he's a Superdale fan. He don't want to hear anything else. But the information is out there. How I explained it to you, that's what happened. Don't believe me? Just go to my channel and put Peter Khan. I pulled it. He's on BoxRec. I pulled it up. And I said, look, I'm not telling y'all to dox him. But if y'all care for the truth, email him. Ask him, why did you contact Bill Haney when you don't work with Superdale Matias' team? Just ask him. Call his place of business. It was on his box rec. Call him and ask him, hey man, why would you do that? You got to hold these people accountable. But I know it's easy just to call someone a liar. And this was a reputable person DMing me. And I'm like, bro, I'm really shocked at you with this. You're better than this. But when you have unconditional hatred for somebody, they throw all logic goes out the window, man. And this was a brother I held to a high standard. But I said, God damn, you hate like that? You hate like that? Damn. I didn't know it was like that. At least be honest. You know, they always follow up. No. I like Devin. I like Bill. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's okay. But please don't try and turn me to the dark side. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm right there in the pocket. What are you talking about? Eric joining that super chat, much love. He says, Mr. Rakuten lost his fight title and took a good nap. A1 Biz says, I'm watching Haney versus Ryan right now. Don't know why. And if you're trying to be funny, you know what's going to happen to you. So, you know. Tread carefully, because we're talking boxing and we're talking accountability in boxing. Now, I shared the Peter Khan story with you for a reason. All this smoke y'all got for Bill, this dude is doing this in real time. This dude's doing this in real time. In real time. This is absurd. He's talking about he knows people in a shower. Salute, Queen. Hen dog, salute. He knows people. Didn't he say, Eddie Hearn just said, and I know he's a liar too, but he said that he knows people in Shakur's family, and Shakur's family's like, we don't know him. It's getting worse. He's lying. Y'all ever met a lying woman that just can't tell the truth at all? That's the worst kind of person. You know why? Women can lie and get people like killed, y'all. Y'all know that? Wars have been starting over kitty cat. Women have gotten entire blocks to go to war over something she did or said. Hey, dog, you said open my IG? Exactly, Emmett Till. Rosewood. Shade Girl, salute my queen. Oh, now y'all gotta hold that. Y'all gotta hold that weather. Y'all hold hands. It'll be over in a couple of days. Tulsa riots. Yeah, man. Black Wall Streets, there were several of them. Knocked down by airstrike. See what I mean? You dig? Hold on 1 second for me, y'all. Yo, Hen Dog. That ain't him. That ain't him, bro. That ain't him. That ain't him. That ain't him. I'm gonna screenshot this though. That ain't him. You know what that is? That's an impersonator. That's an impersonator, brother. That ain't him. But thank you for sending me that, though. I appreciate that. That ain't him. And this is what cats gotta do. This is what cats gotta do to try and stir the pot. Because we got a lot of infiltrators out here. We got a lot of infiltrators out here, and all they try and do is create dissension. But when the real one shows up, I'll let him know. But thank you for that. But that ain't him. I knew it when I read it. It's not him. It's not him. But anyway. Anyway, this guy needs to be getting dragged. And I'm encouraging everyone, if you haven't done a piece of content in your life, take 5 minutes, record it on your phone. You ain't got to show your face or whatever. Just say, you know what, Floyd Schofield Sr., get the F out of here, bro. Jay Grant, salute. Just say, yo, get the F out of here, bro. What's wrong with you? You understand? Get out of here. So, wait, let me get back to lawsuits in boxing. So we can agree that lawsuits are a part of boxing all of a sudden, right? They are a part of boxing. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm jumping all over the place. By the way, when I was contacted by that person who I held to a high standard once upon a time, I basically told him, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because when I said, yo, look, here's the evidence. I came back to him the next day. And I said, look, this is what happened. And here's the proof. Peter Khan reached out to Bill. Bill said, let's run it. And now that Bill, said, let's run it. And all of a sudden, Super Matias' team was like, yo, we didn't even work with that guy. You know what homie said to me? It's Bill's responsibility to know who works with who. Huh? So he was still blaming Bill. He said it's still his fault. I said, whoa, hold on, bro. That's not fair. How you holding him to that standard? How's that Bill's fault? He's supposed to know. Sheesh. Come on, man. I said, man, bro, stop that. You know that's not right. And that's why I left it. I said, okay, I already know what kind of time you want, man. It's his fault still. But I said, wait a minute. This is what I'm saying. Matias' team didn't even reach out to Bill. They were minding their business, and all of a sudden here come the Haneys. And they're like, what? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? And they didn't want to sound like suckers. They said, oh, okay, well, Peter Khan don't work with us. Oh, okay. So you know what? His hands are broke right now. But this is my nasty Spanish accent. That's how they sound in the Bronx. But we called you next week. We called you next week. And I began a countdown. And by the time we got like 2 months out, I said, this is the longest week ever. I called Bill. Any word? He said, nope. I said, they don't want to fight. But I didn't drag Matias. I didn't drag him. I said, hey, they don't want to fight. And I moved on. I said, okay. Did I drag? Yeah, Thomas, I'm a jerk. Did I drag Super Del Matias? Did I get on here and say, oh, no, he's talking? No. I did say that they declined to smoke. And then when I found out the story behind it, they didn't even ask for it. That was the part. But this dude was saying that it's still Bill's fault. Why would Matias didn't say, oh, let's run it. As soon as my hands heal up, let's run it. He didn't say that either. So I moved on. This is not what we're getting with Floyd Schofield. He made it to the dance. He talked himself into Saudi. Him and his son. We heard you was rushed to the hospital. No, you drove yourself to the hospital. And now you're blaming his a masseuse. And Shakur's like, what masseuse? I don't have a masseuse. What is he talking about? Check the fruit on the tree. Dial it back a minute. Y'all want to talk about all kinds of other stuff, right? Let's talk about the other stuff. He beats women. You can't deny that. We saw it. Oh, yeah, that's right, J-Man. When he did decide to fight, he fought Liam Paro and got his face beat in. That's what happened. And this kid want to come in my chat, pause, talking crazy. The man got to fight in a week or so, man. We don't even know. I don't even know who he's fighting, man. He got to win that. He got beat up by Kangaroo Jack in Puerto Rico. Thanks. Get back on the winning side of things and then talk your trash. Then I go to that kid's page. He got a picture of Devin on the floor, Ryan standing over him, and then want to call me, oh, why are you playing a race card? Well, you got a picture as your banner of Devin on the floor with a racist standing over him. I'm not playing the race card. That's you. That's you. Because the reality is no one should want anything to do with this kid. I'm talking about the fans now. Y'all not racist. Y'all should be denouncing everything he did. If there was a black fighter literally out loud doing what and saying what he did, I would denounce him. If he was running around talking about kill Jews and F all Puerto Rico, F all Latinos and kill them, and I'd be like, bro, he's wilding. He's wilding. I wouldn't mention him, nothing. I'm like, that right there, I ain't dealing with that. That's crazy. There's something wrong with him. But because y'all can't stand Bill and Dev, y'all love on Ryan. Speaking of oil, let's get back to oil. To this father of the year. He said that someone from Shakur's team rubbed oil on his son and may have gotten him sick. And Team Shakur said, watch your mouth. It's all false. We will sue you for defamation. And as soon as that was mentioned, a lawsuit in boxing, y'all. A lawsuit in boxing. Right? Because we don't do lawsuits in boxing, right? But once there was a mention of defamation, Senior backed off of everything. He says, in all due respect, we cannot blame Shakur or his team. I believe Shakur wanted to really fight Kid. We wish Shakur and his team success. I hope we can fight in the near future, all things forgiven. Forgiven? Shakur didn't do anything but say yes to fight you and show up to Saudi. What did you do? It says it seems Floyd Schofield is doing well after falling ill just days away from the biggest fight of his career. His father recently shared a message on his behalf on his social media. Let's read what he said. Allah is good. Thank you to Your Excellency for taking care of my son. We are in debt to you and your staff. What was wrong with your son, dude? Because what I got was there was nothing wrong with him. Floyd Schofield Sr. also issued an apology for not being able to get this fight to materialize. He even doubled down on his apology for accusing Stevenson of engaging in foul play that led to his son's pullout. I am sorry we were unable to share the ring. Hopefully in the future, we do not believe you played any part in this, we still respect you and wish you well in your up and coming fight. That's what he said. What was wrong with him? D-Man, what's good? Snacks B, what up? What was wrong with him, y'all? He had a tummy ache? He had the poops? He had the BGs? What happened? Did we have a diagnosis? Because normally when you go to the hospital, they say, oh man, you just had a little diarrhea, you had a little bug, it's a 24-hour bug, you're all right. What was wrong with him? Anything? You can get a 24-hour bug. I've had them. You feel like you have the flu and, projectile vomit and you can't get off the toilet. And then the next day, it's like nothing happened. Like, what the hell was that? You ingested something and your body said, get this out of here. And you got it out. You feel like crap all day. You just stop moving. You're like, oh my God, wasn't you rolling on the floor? Like, what the hell? What's happening here? And then the next day, it's like nothing happened. That's happened to me a couple of times in my life. Like, whoa, what the hell was that? I remember one night that happened. I was about to go out. I done got dressed. And I'm in the mirror. I'm like, all right, I'm cool. And then I'm sitting in my living room waiting for a phone call. And I'm like, what's wrong with my stomach? I was like, all right, well, cool. Let me just take care of this. Because I don't want to be out and about and this happens. Man, 0 to 100. I'm breaking a sweat. I had the sweat beads on my head. I said, oh my God. And, I was on the bowl so bad. It knocked the good night that I was about to have. I couldn't even fathom leaving the crib at that point. I was like, no. I picked up my phone. I said, bro, I don't know what's going on. I'm messed up. And incidentally, one of my other friends, turns out there was like some sort of bug going around. It was wintertime. This was years ago. And he says, me too. I'm messed up. Man, got out the clothes. I went back into the shower. That's how disgusting I felt. Got back into the shower. I laid down. And then I woke up 9 o'clock the next morning like nothing happened. I was like, what the hell was that? That was crazy. Went to the doctor anyway. They said, no, there's some sort of bug going around. It was like highly contagious. I might have like touched the doorknob or something and wiped my face or something early that day. Sick stuff, man. Tim TV in that super chat salute, he says, every day I understand Stormy B-Man when he says, be a fan of the sport, not the boxers. Brother, exactly, bro. Exactly. And what I'm talking about here is accountability. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Realistically, I don't have to defend DHP because I'm looking at the results. If you don't like how Bill markets his son, I don't know what to tell you, but he's not doing anything different that we've seen Don King do. Roy Jones, how he marketed himself, how a lot of fighters market themselves. And it's their job for the fighters to back it up in the ring, or, Bill is the mouthpiece because Devin don't really talk like that. But I'm looking at the results. And the only black eye on Devin's record was done by a racist cheater. And I want y'all to hold that. Look at what that dude had to do to Devin. And Devin gave him everything. And he still cheated, y'all. That's why I can't understand why the monkeys come out and they just still try and hold that. Guy's a cheater and he's a racist at that. And y'all cool with that. Some of y'all cool with that. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm looking at the result. Look at the results of Devin. It's so bad that that fool from the Bay has to do a live stream about Devin selling one of his houses. That was a whole live stream. I say, this ain't real. This is real. He's really doing this. People's like, yo, bro, he's wilding. He's wilding. I'm like, wow, you down bad, bro. I didn't know a multi-millionaire selling one of his homes was news. I didn't know that. You know why Tyson Fury's Vegas property was news to me? Because he got booted out the country because of his dealings with Daniel Kinahan. And the news didn't talk about that, but we did. See, that's why it's news. And I asked, what happened to his property? Because he bought property in Vegas. So he's not allowed in the country no more. What happened to the property in Vegas? See, that was news because of what it meant. But this black man, you know, because he used to be pro-black. I don't know what happened. Oh, the Black Channel. Remember he used to do that with the Seinfeld soundbite? Oh, the Black Channel. Remember that? Right. Now you want to talk about Devin selling one of his homes? We outside. I saw it. I was like, what? And when we get on here and tell you a lot of these guys took bread to flip. Nah, Jerome. Daniel Kinahan is still at large. And he's at large for a reason, but you know, I don't get into certain things. But I know because of his dealings, there was a whole lot. MTK Global disappeared because it was made with and sustained with dirty money. Right? And a bulk of those fighters couldn't come to America anymore. Tyson Fury was the main one, and ESPN never said anything about it. Oh, G. McCall, I know he did that. He's in love with the dude. He couldn't help himself. And like some things are the straw that broke the camel's back. And they were holding in that crush on that little boy on Mellow Yellow for a long time. And then when all of this thing, when Turkey got into the sport of boxing, and all of those dudes said, yo, man, we're going to go get this bread. When all of those guys went over there to go get bread, Tank had a meltdown. Because Tank was safe saying, I'm this little dude, but I'm the face. Everyone, when they think boxing in America, they think of me. Well, idiot. Boxing is not the most popular sport in America. It's like 13. So you're like leading the charge in the shit show. In Mexico, they love boxing. But although Canelo's not perfect, they'll take him over you. So everybody's going to get that Turkey money. And when they went over there, he lost his mind. And then the Tank fanatics in America got to justifying him. Why? Because all of his contemporaries are getting bread over there. Kid Austin was one of them. He's one of them. Now, what this fool-ass kid is doing is unbecoming. And then what did Mellow Yellow do? He got on Twitter and started cursing everybody out, deleting and tweeting and deleting, doing all of that stuff. Nah, Shy. Kinahan wasn't trying to get clean through boxing. He was trying to wash his money through boxing. The mafia's been doing that for years. He wasn't trying to go clean through boxing. He's trying to wash boxing. Wash his bread, his drug money and gun money through boxing. That's what he was trying to do. There was nothing legit about that guy. He is a criminal. That's what he is. And they put a $5 million bounty on his head, and that's why Tyson Fury is no longer allowed on American soil, and ESPN hasn't said a damn word. And it's not a lie. We talked about it in real time as it happened. And shout out to my brother Art Hostage. I got to hit him up. I hope he's doing well. So these dudes came through and they've dropped, I don't know what they've done, but they talk up Tank because it's a good payday. And they try and make sense of simple things that you can't make sense of. You're the A side, And he could have did anything he wanted to do, and he didn't do it. And all his contemporaries went across the pond to get their bread while fighting their contemporaries. And one thing I do agree with what Shakur said is that you come over here and perform, Turkey gonna make your nuts drop. Because you're not coming over here for light work, which is why Tank didn't go over there. Does it make sense? Mellow Yellow didn't go to Saudi. You understand? No, Xavier, Daniel can't, because he ain't got enough bread to manipulate anything in Saudi. He ain't got enough bread. And that's what we're saying with Mellow Yellow. All his contemporaries over there getting money. And now they're saying, now that Turkey's in the game, they're saying, we don't need Mellow Yellow. We don't need you. And that's what that meltdown on Twitter 3 weeks ago was over. He cursed everybody out. Y'all saw it. I said, oh, he's in his feelings. That's like the one bad chick in the school. And she's used to having everybody in her face. And then after school, the brother said, yo, you saw that charter school across the street? You saw all of those chicks? And they're friendly? Oh, no, after school, we going over there. We going to hang out with them. And that one chick that had all that attention, F y'all and F those chicks. They ain't ish. And y'all ain't ish. Oh, that's how you feel? Okay. And then you find out something strange like, oh man, that charter school, they sent the letter to your parents. You could have went to that charter school to play volleyball with them. You could have been over there, but you didn't go because you was comfortable here with all the attention on you. Now the attention's off of you, you mad. Lamont Roach. I hope that boy win. Y'all gonna pay $100 for that? Cool. And plus, Turkey's, what he gonna charge us? What's he charging us? $20 or something? $25? For all of that? $20, $25, whatever. For that card is gonna be on all day, y'all. All day. All day. That's what we getting. And there's a who's who of boxing over there. And Tank gets to Twitter and start cursing out everybody. They ain't think about him. Everyone's saying, oh, well, Tank's contemporaries need to fight each other. Guess what? They're gonna do that. Some of them have already. What are you talking about? Did T.O. not fight Loma? Did Devin not fight Loma? What are y'all talking? Man, get out of here, bro. Mellow Yellow's in his feelings, and he better win every fight for the rest of his life. Or just retire, bro. I'm good. Anyway. And the reason why he came up is because ain't Kid Austin one of his contemporaries? Now I'm looking at Kid Austin like, you blew this. If Mellow Yellow get past Lamont Roach, I understand he's high in the rankings. That might be the next fight. Kid Austin versus Tank. And that's not going to work out for Kid Austin because Tank is going to knock him silly. But y'all going to pay $80 for that? Be my guest. I'm good. There better be 500 videos dragging this guy. Brandon, what up? There better be 500 videos dragging this guy because what he did is absurd. And I haven't even gone in on him like I could, but I don't have to. I don't have to. Look at him. This is him. And let me remind y'all, I don't have to drag him. I'm so glad BFTB said this because I've lived by this. And it was just never put into words, so I'm glad he said it. In reference to the sport right here, as it pertains to what we're talking about, the truth is good enough. Do we have to lie on this guy? You don't have to. We could clown and we could joke like I'm doing in this meme. We could do that. But the truth is good enough. Is he a woman beater? Yes. Do I think he's flaming hotter than Johnny Storm when he says flame on about the fight Dr. Doom for my nerds out there? Yes. Yes. This guy's on fire. Is he a liar? Yes. Can anyone confirm if he's really Dominican? Can we confirm that? Now I'm questioning everything. He could be. But now I'm questioning everything. All you gotta do is lie to me one time. And I'm questioning everything. People blaming Jay Prince for poisoning Schofield. I don't know about. I don't know about that. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. All this talk about poisoning, but everyone said Deontay was crazy. All this talk about, oh man, you don't sue in boxing. You know, to cut down Devin Haney. And I'm like, why y'all acting like lawsuits notoriously been around in boxing? What are y'all talking about? Oh, but not to this degree. Yeah, Devin was changing the game. You know why? Ryan cheated. He was changing the game. Oh, well, why did the lawsuit drop? You know why? What he was suing for? Turkey paid them. Are you going to compensate us for what we was asking for the Ryan Garcia thing? Cool. Now, all they got to do is win, and we're getting it back in blood. He wanted it back in blood in the first damn place. Ryan said no. You foolish mortals. Ryan said no. And now that it's on and popping, they could have been fighting right now. Y'all know that, right? They could have been fighting right now. Instead, what did Ryan say? I need a warm-up. They've been out the ring. I need a tune-up. They've been out the ring the exact amount of time. We need a warm-up for. Oh, okay. What do you need a tune-up? Okay, it's not like you fought Devin and beat him before, right? That's what you said. So you know how he fights. You need a tune-up for what? What exactly? Oh, yeah, I'm going to fight Isak Cruz. Huh? How do you get ready for Devin by fighting Isak Cruz? And then when Isak starts saying, hey, man, you can't beat Devin clean and you can't beat me clean. And if we fight, you're being tested. There goes that. I'm going to fight Rolly Romero. How do you fight Rolly? How do you get prepared for Devin by fighting Rolly? Two fighters that fight nothing alike, and neither one of those guys fight like Devin. Tell me you're not trying to test your stamina and strength off drugs without telling me you're not trying to test your stamina and strength off drugs. It's right there in your face, and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. Do not be surprised if that Rolly Romero fight is a lot more difficult than he thinks. Do not be surprised if Ryan is a bit sluggish, lethargic, and if he squeezes by the Rolly win. The only reason why I want him to beat Rolly is because I want him to see Devin off the drugs. That's the only reason. And I'm not looking past Ramirez. Ramirez is a dog, but Devin's going to beat him. That's how I feel. No, it's what I know. Fuck feelings. It's what I know. Y'all want it back in blood. Y'all should want to see Ryan do what he did again. Let's see if he can do it off drugs. So that's what that is. All of this trash talk that this dude's been saying, I don't believe a word he's saying. And never forget that he got on his social media and said, Ryan is not a racist. He could be a jerk, but he's not a racist. Excuse me. Are you acting Dominican for real? Now, he said all of that about Ryan and then denounced his blackness by saying he's Dominican. Did he not do that? Now, you see why I got a problem with, I've been had a problem with this guy. I can't stand when black people do that. You pulled a Sammy Sosa, bruh. I did not know Sammy Sosa hated himself to that degree. I did not know that. Now he's walking around looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. It is disgusting what that man did. I never knew he hated himself like that. Do you know how celebrated Sammy was in the Bronx? Y'all remember the home run, him and Aguirre? You should have, man, Sammy Sosa was, man, they put him on out here. Oh my God. They love Sammy. I love Sammy. I said, man, all this talk about Maguire, Sosa. That's what I was on. Love and respect for Sammy. Then he got out the game. I said, man, salute to that brother. And then I started seeing pictures of him pop up in the UK with pale skin. I'm like, is he sick? No, he was bleaching his skin. I said, oh man, I did not know that that man hated himself like that. Saw a picture of him with that pale face and a cowboy hat on, walking down the street of London. I said, is this a real picture? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I hope y'all understand. That's why I went at Shakur the way I did. That's why I went at him. I'm like, yo, man, you getting some success and now you waving the Puerto Rican flag? Why? Why are you doing that? Why didn't you do that in the Olympics? That's all I asked. Do it in the Olympics, man. Honor your father in the Olympics, man. You wait until you get a little traction. Now you waving the Boricua flag and magically, because you under top rank, and you know top rank don't promote black fighters. So you want to promote the half that is marketable, and that's why you're waving the Boricua flag now? That's why you're doing it? Do y'all see why I had a problem with that? You're pimping 50% of who you are. That was a pimp move. Don't do that. And you're denouncing your black side by doing that. Because being black ain't enough. Especially the top rank. The no black fighter rule. You see why I had a problem with that? Some people will say, oh man, I didn't know you had a problem with Puerto Ricans. No, stupid. That's not what it was. That's not what it was. He was pimping y'all, and I was like, I think Bob Arum told him to do that. Oh, yeah. What's wrong with your hair? I don't see black people. You don't have that woolly hair like Ali. Oh, yeah, you know, my father's Puerto Rican. Oh, well, you know what? You need to wave that flag because, you know, the Latin audience, I think I can wave that flag. And he started waving the flag. I'm like, what the? Wow, man. Wow. It was a play. That was my problem. Being black is not good enough. Sammy Sosa, being a dark-skinned Latino is not good. Man, it was not good enough. As successful as he was, it was not good enough. As celebrated as he was, it was not good enough. That's my problem. That was my problem. Disgusting. Where was Guillermo Rigondeaux's support when he fought Lomachenko? I was at that fight, screaming, let's go at Jakal. Let's go. Ukrainians was there everywhere. I said, damn, there's a lot of them in here. And I rooted for him. But I said, I looked around, I said, he don't have enough support in here, man. I'm the loudest dude in here. And I'm Black American. I'm the loudest dude in here. Why didn't they come out and support Guillermo Rigondeaux? Let's see. Because if he stood next to you and didn't say anything, he looked African. Uh-oh. Guillermo Rigondeaux and Yuriorkis Gamboa are from the same place. But you see what I see. You understand? There's Yuriorkis Gamboa, then there's King Kong Ortiz. There's Yuriorkis Gamboa, and then there's Iris Landry Lara. Y'all get my point. Y'all get my point. There's Devin Haney. There's Mellow Yellow. And then there's Floyd Schofield, who's claiming they're Dominican. Let me give you a little history. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, man. I'm going to save that for pep talk. I will say this. While FBAs, and shout out to Tariq Nasheed for coining that phrase, foundational Black Americans, while we was fighting for civil rights on this soil, Mexicans was fighting for the right to be white so they could have the rights that white folk had. And it wasn't until we passed civil rights that they became brown. That's what that was. We won. Then they said, because while we won, then they said, okay, we're not going to be white. We'll never be accepted as white. So you might as well jump on that civil rights bandwagon now. And where it became something that was made for blacks, now it became made for everybody. Blacks, browns, LGBTQ, XYZ, white women. Please don't go there with me. Please don't go there with me. Y'all don't know the history of this country like y'all think y'all do. Please don't go there with me. Please don't. Because the truth of the matter is we've been by ourselves with everything. And this is why I hate the fact when I see black people at each other's throat on this little thing called social media. It's annoying. It's very annoying. I don't start beef with nobody. It's always them coming for us. That's why, for the most part, LDBC is a community. This is Lions Den boxing community. We're not a gang. We're a community. We are the Black Wall Street online. And we don't bother anybody. We tend to our own business. And we do support other channels that are not, LDBC. Love my brother Champside. Love the sister Sugar Free Moss. Love them. Love them. The sad fact is you got a bunch of knuckle draggers that look over and say, what are they doing? They can't do that. Let me try and disrupt. What are they talking about? I'm going to talk about the opposite and talk about them. And I don't see nothing but black folk doing that to us. And that's sad. Well, Drew, you cut down Tank. No, I hold him accountable. All I'm saying is, if he's a talent, knock out your contemporaries. You told me he does it. I'm saying prove it. When did I become a villain for asking him to do that? Now let me bring it back to Floyd Schofield. Everything he's done, on top of that, he says he's Dominican. So we can't even get a decent Dominican Republic versus Puerto Rico. Him versus oh man, black people are so dysfunctional sometimes, I swear to God. But this dude lied to y'all. You understand? This was the third fight next to the main event, and Shakur was ready. And this mofo was not. Tony C says, yo, Drew, I'm officially denouncing the Schofields from being Dominicans. We don't want him and need him. Salute, Tony. Bro, listen, I didn't know that until he said it. I said, is he trolling? And all I'm saying, if you're a dark-skinned Latino, please just don't be afraid to wave the flag. Wave the flag. Don't wait till you get a little traction and then you think you can wave a flag to push you over. Because now you're pimping. Don't pimp them. And don't denounce your blackness. You're pimping. That's disrespectful. Exactly, Thomas. There's a bunch of Dominican fighters that are better than Schofield. Matter of fact, you know what? When Schofield comes back, put his ass in the ring with Edwin De Los Santos. I fuck with Edwin De Los Santos. I fucks with him. Rohan Polanco, Jan Santana. Y'all got some fighters coming out of here. And you see, after this, y'all, Floyd Schofield is going to be under a microscope. Whatever he does next, it has to be outstanding and hold his feet to the flames. And you know who's not going to be here to support him in what he does? Me. I'm not going to do it. You denounce me as a black man, right? And I'm not putting your behavior on Dominican Republic. I'm not doing that. You said that. They're looking at you like, ¿qué? ¿Cómo? What? They're looking at you stupid. You're beating up your lady. That's on video. You're justifying Ryan Garcia. And you're lying on Shakur's. You done got the side. You was about to get turkey money and you lied, bruh. Whatever was going to happen to your son in that ring, you should have just let it happen. Because at least y'all have walked away with a few M's. You just got to get back in the saddle and perform, dude. This dude is disgusting, y'all. He is disgusting. And I don't claim him. Father of the year indeed. Now, did I allow this man out? Did I allow him at all? He's lied. He's lied. He's lied. He's a pillow biter. Beat up his girl. He's lying to the boxing supporters. All we want to do is watch his son fight. We want to see his son prove that he's every bit as great as he told us he is. I don't see it, but we was going to find out. And there was some brothers and sisters saying, you know what? You might have something with this. Might be a little tougher than Shakur believes. Now it's not happening. Yeah, Drangerfang, I agree. The Cuban school's always been thorough. Always. And that's disrespectful to claim any flag that has a good boxing program, and you're not that. So you denounce your flag to claim another flag, and you're not even representing that properly. This dude is not Dominican. I want to see DNA proof. You want to see DNA proof? Give me a minute. Where the oil? I'll be back. I'm going to the bathroom. And he skip off and wink and skip off into the bathroom. I'm out. Philip D, my brother, salute. Clown ass dude. This dude here. What is, bro? That's a whole other conversation. What does Floyd Schofield do next? This is a duck, y'all. This is a duck. And you know what? This might hurt his brand because you just ducked a turkey payday and lied about everything, and then lied to the point where you were going to get sued. You talking about hiding passports, all of these games. I see, y'all notice I didn't even talk about any of that. You know what I was saying? All these games he's playing, look, the fight's happening. The fight's happening. He got to perform. He's doing all of this. It was him. He got to perform. Now the fight's not happening. You see what I mean? See what I mean? He did all of this to pull out the fight. So let me ask y'all a question. Who's going to work with him now? You ducked a turkey bag. Who's working with him now? You tell me. Top Rank? PBC? Queensberry? Matchroom? He hurt his credibility doing this. You did more harm to your son than good, dude. Time reveals all truth. I knew this guy was a goddamn clown. And I told y'all, sometimes you don't even have to lift a finger. I bet he knows a lot about fingers. Uh-oh.
What? Get your hand off my penis!
He knows a real lot, right? Clown ass dude. Who's working with this dude? Nobody. I wouldn't work with him. It's a risk. Seriously, he's a risk. And y'all holler at me when it comes back with a diagnosis as to what was wrong with him. Because his son is fine now. And now he's praising Turkey out of Sheik. Thank you, my son's fine now. Like, okay, well. What the hell was wrong with him in the first place? Was there any diagnosis? Give me something. Give me a doctor that said, oh man, you just had a 24-hour bug. Say something. Yeah, right? And that'll be the end of his career, Copper. Yeah, Shower. Ain't no diagnosis. This dude just screwed himself and he probably does screw himself. Every time he tries to lick his own balls like a dog, he falls off the couch. Anyway, I ain't gonna belabor the point. This guy's a clown. He just killed his son's career. I can't wait to see what he tries to do next, but whatever. Y'all subscribe to my Patreon.
I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC.
Man, salute to y'all, man. I swear to God, this. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Cash App, Super Chat. I believe the general's on. Let's head over there. And y'all thoughts, man. What's next for this dude? I mean, that'll be alive soon because he's destroyed. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.